Wow, here we go. That was a baptism of fire. 2 done, 2 to go. So welcome back to week 1 of a brand new training series where I'm excited to share my journey, my 10-week journey leading up to the London 10K. Now I was going to say the ASICS London 10K because that's what it's been for a while, but it's a switch up in title sponsor, which now means it's the Saucony London 10K. And I'm really excited to head down to the capital to make that my peak race. And over these next 10 weeks, I'm going to be jumping into another 4 races in the build-up, starting next weekend at the Cardiff Bay 10K. I'll confirm the rest of the races after the main session that you're about to watch now. There'll be chapters throughout this video. What I want to do is showcase the workout that I've done today when I'm recording this, and then at the end confirm those races and also my training structure, because after my double threshold video that was published earlier this week, it gave some confusion as to what my training style is going to be, so we'll clear all that up at the end. So welcome to the start of another training series. Summer Speed is well underway and I'm delighted to bring you guys along for these next 10 weeks where we're chasing down some fast times over the 5 and 10K. This is week 1. There we go, 15-minute warm up. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for a while, since towards the end of the London Marathon training. So what, when, why, who, how? What are the details? What's going on? Why are you back out in the industrial estate? Well, we're not going to be here for long. So let me go through the first couple of bits because I've got something really important to get done now. So the target, hopefully the Saucony 10K in London. Fingers crossed. Most of you will probably know it as the ASICS one. It looks like the title sponsor dropped out and then Saucony have now taken over. But I'll be confirming that over the next week or so. I'm just trying to sort my travel arrangements out. But if I can make it work, then that's where I'm going to be trying to peak during this block. Now, hey, look, the reality is it's going to be the middle of summer. It's going to be hot, so I might not necessarily run a PB, but I want to just be in a strong position by the time I get down to that race. But there'll be a handful of races in between, and I will talk about those at the end. I've kind of talked about them in a previous video, but if you missed that one, I'll confirm what I'm racing starting next weekend at the Cardiff Bay 10K. But that's that for the moment. So today, let's talk about today quickly before we get into this important thing that I need to get done. So today is Friday, and I have a fast session on the book. So this week so far has been a Monday steady run, moderate run. Then I did a Tuesday double threshold run. If you are interested in learning more about why I did a double threshold run, please check out the previous video. I'll make sure I leave a link to it at the end, just explaining why I'm going back into double threshold training and how I think it's going to benefit me if I can execute it correctly. Wednesday I took the day off. I was meant to do my easy run Wednesday, but just I had to swap things around with Thursday. So next week I will try and do it that way if things work out. But either way, Wednesday off, Thursday easy run, and Friday, which is today. And this is 2 days post double threshold, and this is the next session. What I've got today is a nice fast top end session, and that is what I'm going to be complementing my double threshold work with. 8 minutes tempo, which is why I'm starting out here. But what I aim to do is get all the way down to the industrial estate at the other end, so head out that way, get up to the roundabout, which is where I usually finish my 6-minute reps, and then keep going and then turn down onto the trails. And then there's a little trail that runs but literally parallel to the industrial estate called Linear Park. That's where I'm going to be finishing off the faster section of the workout. The reason I'm doing the tempo here is because the section out there in Linear Park that's runnable, really you can only do about 2.5 minutes worth of fast running before it gets a bit too rocky, a bit too lumpy, a bit too twisty turny. But there's a nice straight bit that you can do a lot of fast work on. So when I've done the tempo, I've got a 2-minute very light easy jog recovery, and so I aim to finish that tempo at the start of Linear Park, do a bit of a jog, walk around there, and then we're going to roll in to the fast reps, which is 4x90, off 90 seconds, 4x1 off 1 minute, and then 4x30 off 30. So it's equal rest. I'm just doing 490s, 4.1s, 4.30s, which equals 12 minutes worth of work. I do not want to go crazy. I'm very aware that I put 20.5 miles in on Tuesday of good threshold work, so I certainly in week 1 don't want to be overloading the system. I just want to really relax on this tempo, absolutely no paces whatsoever. In fact, I might really relax on the tempo, just use it as a nice warm-up, and then effectively when I get down to that fast work, I want to hit these reps hard. So I'm going to be taking very light jog recovery, if not walking rest in between these reps. These are going to be pushed hard, these are going to be faster than my 10k effort. So yeah, we'll see what we're going to do. So with all that waffle out of the way, I need to get on. Oh, and very quickly, I mustn't forget this little beauty. So if you did see the double threshold video, you know that I'm taking these now after the warm-up and before the workout. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this now. I just wanted to mention that, again, this video is not sponsored by Ketone IQ. There is a 30% discount code in the description if you want to try it for a month. But I am still experimenting. When I find the best to use it, I am starting to find it to be very effective if I do it. At this point, I had a great workout, had great workouts on Tuesday. Fingers crossed it will help again today. So why was that important? Because my cadence has gone to the dogs. It's dropped by about 2 or 4 steps a minute, which is huge. Now at my size and my height, 6'6", my cadence is usually around 162 for an easy run. Well, it's dropping to 158, sometimes 160, but 158, and everything has dropped by about that much, which is not ideal. I feel fit, I feel fast, but I need to be efficient, and during marathon training I tend to slack off a bit on drills. And then since the illness during marathon training, I feel like I was forcing a lot of training as I was trying to get back into it, and I was working harder, form was sloppy, and I just not kept on top of it at all. So the mission is to get efficient again during this training series. I got my drills done before my morning session on the double threshold day and now today, so that's twice a week. I will aim to do it on the evening. I just didn't have time on the evening. I was worried about running out of light, but got it done twice this week. So what you just saw, I've done 2 sets of, and then 4 strides. You've only seen half of what I've done. So I've got to keep on top of it, and I will keep on top of it, and I've got to get that cadence back up. And finally, a massive thanks to SOAR Running for sponsoring this week's video. Delighted to have SOAR on board for the next 10 weeks of training as we chase down those fast times over the 5 and 10k distance, and a 5-mile race that I've got in 2 weeks time as well. Yeah, massive thanks to SOAR. They got in touch, they asked me what my summer plans were. I told them that I was looking to get fast, told them my race plans and everything, and they just said, we want to support you, we want to be in your corner for the next 10 weeks. And I was just over the moon, delighted. I've worked with SOAR in the past, as you guys know, and I flipping love their stuff. And I'm wearing it now, obviously. This is their advanced race singlet. So this is the next one from the singlets that I use. It's a better cut, a better fit. I'm really excited to race in this one. I'm also wearing some of their, I don't know if these are racing shorts or not, but they are incredible. I will probably race in the all black speed shorts that I have because I love those shorts, but I'm training in these. I couldn't resist them. I love the color, absolutely amazing. So really, really honored to be supported by SOAR. And SOAR, if you're watching, a massive thank you. Guys, if you love SOAR kit, I know it's on the premium side, but my kit that I've had for 3 or 4 years now is showing no signs of deterioration whatsoever. I use it so much, and it's well worth the investment if you fancy some. So do go and check out their website. And SOAR, once again, a massive thanks for supporting the channel and sponsoring this week's video. So I think that's everything. A series intro, what we've got coming up today, some drills and strides, a massive thanks to SOAR, working on my cadence. That's all I want to say this side of the workout. It's all set up, ready on my watch, run 8 minutes. So we're going to head down the estate now, and let's get out there into Linear Park to have a bit more scenic section for these intervals we're about to get on with. Okay, that was a really solid tempo, 5:51-ish or whatever. Quite slow in terms of my standards, I guess, or especially when I was doing it last summer, last year. But this is week 1, so it's going to take a while to get back into the swing of things, and I wanted to keep it calm because this now is where things get serious. These 12 minutes, these reps are where I want to be pushing it. Wow, here we go. That was a baptism of fire. Let's walk. 5:01 per mile. Whew. 3 of these to go. Oh. Number 2. Yep, we're hitting the speed. There we go. That's the 90s done. That was hard. On to the ones. First one done. Officially over halfway now. I kind of hate this and love it at the same time. Two done. 2 more. Wow, this is tough. 1 more. Yeah, 1's done. 4x30 to go. Two done, 2 to go, and we're done. Done. Oh wow. Oh wow. Done. Ah, that was hard. Really satisfying. Very hard. So there we go. Very happy with that. I kind of manifested today's session yesterday. I was thinking about it a lot, the paces that I wanted to run, how I wanted to run it, and I basically hit everything that I wanted to do. I wanted to get pretty much everything by the first rep, everything in the 4s. My threshold work averaged out in the morning like 5:52-ish for 10k, and then in the evening it was like 5:35, 5:36-ish for another 10k. So that covered those 2 areas, and today I wanted to work the top end. And yeah, as I said, that type of work is not my favourite, but I did, because I manifested it yesterday a little bit, I did kind of revel in the joy of hitting sort of the paces that I wanted to hit. So it's great to be in a position where that's possible, and just really in general the session went well. The only problem is I've spent so long talking this morning that I have not left myself long enough to do a decent cool down, so I've only got 5 minutes to get home before showering and school run. So that's a small thing aside. I'll spend some time later today ironing the muscles out. They feel good though. That was so rewarding. So it looks like manifesting your workouts the day before seems to work, right? So I basically went into that workout kind of thinking where I relatively know my fitness is at, but it would be great to hit these certain paces. And I kept thinking about it and go, no, come on, have a bit of confidence. You know where you're at. This is what you want to achieve out of the session. And I went and did it. And actually, if I'm honest with you, I exceeded my expectations. So very, very happy. And the reason I had those expectations was simply a case of the week before I did a fartlek workout and I ran bar 2 of the reps, 20 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off, all sub 5 minute mile pace. So it was really nice to do that again this week. One just over 5 minute mile, but to run those 90s, 60s and then 30s all quicker was really, really good. Felt good as well. Wonderful to have the Kinvaras back on feet. Don't get me wrong, I do love a good super shoe, but there's nothing like feeling like you are doing all of the work yourself. And those Kinvaras are probably my favorite workout shoe. So it was great to dig those back out and they'll be getting some more use over the summer as well. Now, with regards to my weekly structure, what I aim to be doing each week is doing my double threshold workout and then doing a workout that is faster than goal paces at the moment, and then as we get nearer the goal race, start to work down to specific sort of 10k race effort reps, like k reps at goal 10k pace as an example. But double threshold work for me is simply a case of I want to maximize my Tuesdays. My Tuesdays I get 2 runs in. It works out really well because my kids have social clubs in the evening, so it's great for me. I get a couple of hours and I just thought to myself, rather than going and doing an easy 40-45 minute trot around Lydney, which is where they go for their clubs, I could be utilising that time. Now, I did double threshold work a couple of years ago and it was just something that I thought I really enjoyed it, but I didn't quite get it right. So I'm keen to try and tinker with it and get it right now. The goal, to improve my thresholds, which obviously naturally brings everything else up with it. That's spliced with a workout in the week that's going to be faster than my goal paces. Again, hopefully should be the ultimate combination, or that's how I'm seeing it anyway. Obviously, if you look at a natural double threshold training style, you might be doing double threshold days twice in a week, Tuesday and Thursday, and then doing a fast speed session on the weekend. And then of course, naturally, as these athletes that do double threshold work get closer to their competition phase or race pace, things start to change up at that point. But it's a good strength building type of running style that really works, puts the volume in and really works well on your thresholds, both the aerobic and anaerobic. And as I said, if I can then put in some faster than stuff with that to complement it, fingers crossed it should help me get into some good shape. So hopefully that clears it up. Every other run done in the week will be very aerobic, either zone 1 easy or zone 2 moderate, which is below my aerobic threshold. Now, as for my upcoming races, as I've just alluded to, I have Cardiff Bay 10k next weekend, which would be great to go out there, draw a line in the sand for summer, get a 10k time on the board, and then see if we can improve that at all, not just up to the London 10k, but beyond that through August and September as well, because there'll be more 10ks coming up. I just want to focus solely on these next 10 weeks. So it'd be great to do that. The week after, I have a local small race in Dimmock, which is a village 25 minutes away from me. They do a 5 mile and a half marathon option. I am jumping in to the 5 miler. It's slightly up on the way out, you loop round and slightly down on the way back. Very excited for that one. As flat and fast as you can get out on those type of country lanes. Not perfect, but it'd be good to go and spin the legs nice and fast. Moving into June, I'm either doing, well, I should be doing the Hereford Couriers 5k if I can get a place. If not, I'll be looking at the Bristol Track Club 5k on the 12th of June. So it'll either be the Hereford one the week before or the Bristol Track Club. It'd be one of those two. I want to get a good 5k effort in there. And then into July, that's when obviously the goal 10k is, but Frampton 10k on the 1st of July, I'm on the waiting list for, so I will be contacting them to see if any places have come up nearer the time, and if not, I'll be posting out seeing if anyone's selling a place to try and get one. So those are the goal races, or those are the races leading up to the London 10k that I'm aiming for. Cardiff Bay, Dimmock 5 mile at Hereford or Bristol Track Club 5k, and then the Frampton 10k, and then of course the London 10k on the 14th of June. And so all that's left for me to do now is go and finish up with a long run, and that's only going to be 75 or 80 minutes, and that's basically where it's going to stay for the next few weeks. I'm not going to push a long run. The focus is the double threshold and this faster than race pace session, because on the double threshold days I'm clocking up about 20 odd miles. So this weekend will just all be about just time on feet, enjoying myself, probably zone 2 moderate effort, and just cruising around the cycle track for 11 or so miles. And that'll be it, job done, a great end to the first week. Really excited to get into this and buzzing to have SOAR on board as a sponsor of this training series. Once again, a massive thanks to you guys out there for supporting me. Ketone IQ discount in the description below, X Miles discount in the description below, Pure Sport link in the description below, and of course Noble Pro treadmills link in the description below along with a discount. And finally, Body Light Gear, your reflective gear specialist, link and discount in the description. All those companies support me and I'm very, very grateful for it too. And of course you guys, a massive thanks to watching. Can't wait to share this series with you and bring you some race videos coming up next weekend. That's it from me today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content, and I'll see you on the next one.